Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you can see
Ooh.
that. Go towards the light, child.
Oh, God.
You can see it. Camera a little bit. It's so weird how this kid is upside down and scrunched around. Whoa. But if I took it out of the womb and then put it upside down and scrunched around, everyone would like send me to jail. Isn't that crazy?
Kelly, what was having a home birth like? What were your experiences?
You were there.
I know.
Why don't you say what a home birth is like?
Oh, okay. All right. So I didn't have a home birth, let me clarify.
For any of yours?
Any of my 4 kids, 3 births.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when I was there at your home birth, it was what I was expecting at the beginning. You were just kind of laboring but the nice thing about it was to see you kind of be in the position that you wanted to be in, however you were comfortable. And that, I don't know, I felt like you were in control, and that was nice to see. It was a little scary as a person that was there watching. I don't know, like it was just the fear of the unknown because I'd never been there for anything like that. But it was really cool. It was really awesome, especially like the moment at the end. You didn't know that it was really time to push, and then suddenly it was like, oh, everything was happening, and then she was born, and it was so amazing. But you labored for a long time.
Yeah.
So that was so for me, I think my first born, I labored for a long time, but we did the Pitocin and the epidural, and the epidural didn't work, and we did more Pitocin, and that whole thing was awful. Yeah. But my other 2 births were quicker. But still, I feel like I didn't really have the same birthing experience.
Yeah.
As you. What did you think of?
Yeah. Well, I like the home birth. I would recommend home birth for low risk pregnancies, for people who don't want to have a lot of interventions. And my situation, 3 midwives are on call, so 3 people showed up. It wasn't just like one lady, because it's too risky. But 3 people came, and I really liked the no interventions, because so many times, actually, it was the Business of Being Born video on Netflix that opened my eyes to it. To the whole idea. Ricky Lake had done some documentary, and I was like, what? I never heard of it. But it really transformed the way I thought about births. And you just think everyone's experts at the hospital. You just go to the hospital, but so many complications are there. And there's other agendas. There's a financial agenda. There's a speed and get this person moving out. Yeah, the clock thing, or you want this doctor to be there, and they're only in this many hours. So as a laboring mom, you're trying to rush. I remember that was with yours. You induced early with Elizabeth just because of your doctor, and then there was a chance you could have had a C-section just because they broke your waters earlier, and that makes those kinds of things make me nervous. I didn't want to have a C-section, but the home birth experience, my experience, I didn't even have. I had most of my prenatal care. First I was in Florida, and then I was in Africa. So I had 1 month with my midwife, and then she actually wasn't there. My midwife wasn't even there. It was 3 people I barely knew, 2 I didn't know at all. But at the end, I felt like I birthed my baby. I didn't feel like someone else birthed my baby. I got that feeling of I did it. I just did it. People have been doing it for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Women birth. So,
but I will say, after watching her home birth, as amazing as it was, I was definitely going to always
take
birth and get the epidural. So there's no shame there. Let me tell you, when I gave birth to my twins, because that was after Karis, so I got pregnant one more time, and I had twins, and I loved that epidural. It was awesome. Yeah. Literally, the nurse caught our first twin, Bobby. Yes. It was like, I can't hold it. I was apologizing, I'm sorry. And then the baby B, our second son, was breached. So the doctor had to reach up, grab him by the feet, and pop him out. Literally, still in the sack. Wow. It was pull, pop, splash, baby Kenny. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I would ever do a home birth, and so it worked for me. But after seeing you advocate for yourself through home birth, it kind of gave me a different perspective about having a little bit more control and more of a voice in the hospital. So I will say that was a good takeaway for me to say this is what I want to do, and
I think I got more irritated watching, like, our personalities are so different in this way.
Mhm.
So you were just so easy to roll with the punches. Like, okay, fine, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you just let it go. I'm controlling, so that doesn't work for me. So I didn't like seeing, like, they monitor the heartbeat on the baby
Right.
in a home birth. Like, every half an hour, they come over and they listen to heart rate.
It's annoying how often they check the heart rate when you're in the hospital, and it almost makes you more stressed and more edged. You can't relax, and even if like the pain starts to subside, they're like, "Oh, well, you got to move to this side," and you don't really know. Like, I don't really know enough, so you kind of just trust the people around you. But I don't know. Like, there's that whole, "Oh, you just got to do this. You just got to do this." Whereas with you, there was a lot more. It seemed more natural. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
And I could be in whatever position I wanted to be in. If I had
oh yeah,
been in a hospital, regular birth, because of I had back labor.
oh so bad.
If I had been in a hospital where they make me lay down or sit down on a bed, I would have gotten an epidural because it was so torturous. I went through 1 or 2 contractions at my house on my back, and I was like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
that was like pulling nails out of my finger. Like, it was just
Oh, it was
so
awful.
awful. I can't do that. So I can see why epidural is so appealing, but it was doable. It was painful, even though I thought it would
She
be
can't believe she's saying it's doable.
pain-free.
She was
I really thought it would be a pain-free
so
delivery.
she read all these books about like
Pain-free delivery.
pain-free orgasmic deliveries, and I remember her talking to me. I think it was on the phone, and you were saying, I wouldn't be surprised if I had a pain-free delivery.
I really believed it was possible.
And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, like my first birth was awful. It was so painful. It was tragically terrible.
When my pain started kicking in, I was like, I looked to Adam. I think was it Adam or you?
No, it was Adam, but I was
Adam, and I was like, nobody told me this would hurt, and he's like, everybody told you.
Tried to. No, I just wouldn't be surprised if it was just pain-free.
Yeah.
So maybe you're ready for this next time.
Yeah.
So
it's okay. It's still just 1 or 2 days of pain. I felt like it right after I had the baby. I was like, okay, we can do it again. I did. I was glad you were there to take pictures.
Yeah.
You did a great job. We should show the picture.
We should. So are there any moms out there that maybe have had a hospital birth and then a home birth, or vice versa? We'd be really interested to hear your stories. Or any sister. Are there any other sisters out there where one's like, oh, I'm all about the hospital and the epidural, and the other one's into home birth? I wonder if there are.
That's true.
It'd be cool to know. We could be besties.
Comment below.
It's like a torpedo. That's how they'll know. That awkward, weird laugh.
That's how they'll know.
Shake it.
It looks like I seriously shoved a basketball down my shirt.
Gross.
Whoa, how far can I go? Okay. Oh my god, I'm so much bigger. Yeah. Everything.
Well,
yeah. Since the last time.
Now she's got the big boobs.
Stop.
Don't make me sing.
Don't make me sing. They're making me sing.